Man, that's clear.
Okay.
All right. Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses, and we got the homie Prince EA, not to be confused with EA Sports, but we will be putting you in a lot of game. All right. So we got Melba, Jan, Michelle. How you guys doing? So we're gonna be talking about the ancestors, talking about some ET work, and all those things. So as far as how I look at the ancestors, I look at them as well. What do you? What exactly? How would you define
Hello?
ancestors? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can.
All right. So how would you define? And first of all, talk about what you do because how I found you
Okay,
was pretty
my
cool.
name's Prince Iya. A lot of
Yeah.
people call me Prince EA or Prince Era.
Right.
My name is Prince Iya. So that's what I go by. A lot of things I do is I help people connect with the extraterrestrial selves, past life regressions. I do palm readings, anything you pretty much think of, I pretty much do it. I help people with exorcism, spell work. Like it's a long list of things I do. But the main thing I like to talk about is our extraterrestrial ancestry and our human DNA and our extraterrestrial DNA.
Fat. That's correct. Yeah. That's a good.
So a
That's a
lot of the stuff
yeah.
I really do is I help unlock human DNA. Well, not necessarily human DNA because we know that 97% of our DNA is junk DNA. So a lot of things I talk about is about how we had a lock on our DNA, and now there's a lot of people like me who come out and help people unlock these DNA and stuff like that. So I deal heavily with star children, star adults, and stuff like that.
Hmm. So, I mean, one thing that I was always taught was when the loved ones die, they become a part of they enhance your DNA. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, well, from what I understand is like when our loved ones die, I mean they're always a part of us because our DNA is a chain. It's a link to our ancestors. The only true
Hmm.
real light that we really have that is not illusion in this reality is our DNA. So when a loved one passes on, we're always connected to that. That energy source, they still need things, and depending on where, what dimension your ancestor lives in or may have ended up in, you kind of got to act accordingly. For me, a lot of the stuff that deals with ancestry work, that means to me that's more like fourth dimension. So when we do a lot of that stuff, the fourth dimension is within our reality. It's kind of like the space
Mm.
within the space. So a lot of our ancestors come, or actually still in this space. They're just not physically manifested in this space. So, we always got to take care of our ancestors, whether they're extraterrestrial or human or otherwise.
So one thing that I did want to talk about. So I mean, you jumped right in it, bro. So what is what is the significance of finding? I didn't even know how to word this until you said it. The ancestral extraterrestrials.
Well, it takes a few people like me that help you find that. I deal heavily with Anunnaki information.
Hmm.
I break down the actual hierarchies of these different DNA structures and stuff like that. So you got to kind of like go within, or you can, like I said, you can come and talk to me or whatever and get a session with me, and I help people find that. But generally, it happens when your DNA begins to unravel itself. Now, not everybody is selected to have their DNA activated,
Hmm.
but for those few actually who do it, it actually just sometimes naturally happens. So what happens is the tachyons in your DNA begin to vibrate at such a high level that your DNA begins to literally unravel itself, and you will actually physically mutate.
Something like the
A
well.
lot of us,
Go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
A lot of us actually just appear pure human, but we're actually not. We just look like a human, but we're something like a hybrid. It's like the next wave of evolution. So every so many thousands of years, that's when our DNA begins to manipulate itself, and we also have other species that come down here and harvest our DNA as well. Right now, the biggest thing is and harvest them for the inner earth societies. I did a lot about with inner earth and stuff like that as well.
So let me ask you this. What I noticed, and it's gonna sound a little ignorant, and I'm not trying to be prejudiced, but when people get older, such as more dark-skinned people and Jewish people, they begin to, for example, darker skinned people begin to look more African, and Jewish people start to look more Jewish. You know, their noses get a little bit bigger, their eyebrows become a little bit more defined, and they start to look more Jewish. Is that something that is that something that you can connect with the
Yeah, definitely,
because their genes?
The biggest thing I do about is talk about is the deception of the whole Anunnaki thing about Zechariah's extension, how Zechariah's extension, pretty much manipulated everything in turn of his favor, because Zechariah's extension was a Freemason and he was also a Zionist Jew. But the ancestry boils down to, okay, melanated people come from, I guess you would say, reptilians.
Right.
Okay, but there's different classes of reptilians as well. The Jewish people also become a class of reptilians too. If you look back far enough in ancient Sumerian, they also tell you that the top of the Anunnaki gods had their servants or their cupbearers. These were called the Agigi or the Ligigi, and these are your bloodlines of I would say the Jews or the Zionists, because at some point the Agigi rebelled against us and took over the earth. And this is why you got Queen Elizabeth and stuff like that, because among the reptilian classes, they have their own, I guess, species list and stuff like that. So if we think that on Earth we have issues with race, wait until our star families get here.
So yeah, I mean that's one. So what do you think that there's a significance as far as you finding out the how can I word this? The cultural bindings. For example, I'm everything, bro. I'm ET. So my mom, excuse me, her dad is black and Mexican, and then her mom is Spanish from Spain, Irish, has a little bit of Chinese in there, while my dad is black and Indian, excuse me, from Calcutta, not Native American Indian. So as far as identifying your third dimensional genetics, do you think it's important for you to know where you come from as far as your blood?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I would say no, because all this here that we experience in the third dimension is just an illusion. It's a lower vibration of the frequency that we come from. So it's good to know these things, but at the same time, it's good to know your soul. A lot of us are incarnating to overcome these genetic codes inside of us. That's why a lot of us are born, mixed and stuff like that, because we're coming together, and a lot of the star families are ending star wars by children being born of different cultures. So as above, so below. So if we're, two different cultures or whatever down here, who only imagines, where we came from. So a lot of celestial wars are ending with, children coming into this world and actually, serving that purpose of uniting different cultures.
So what do you think are the steps that people can take as far as ending these wars? Ending these wars, as far as, let's say if my ancestors, extraterrestrial ancestors, I mean, to be clear, you definitely are saying that the extraterrestrials, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, this is what I perceive, the extraterrestrials and the extraterrestrial ancestors they take precedence over human ancestors. Okay, that part.
I want
So
to talk a little bit about that, about them taking precedence over humans, because
go ahead.
the thing is about the Illuminati and all this stuff is this is all just a cover up for the inner Earth societies and the Brotherhood of the Serpent, which is the oldest, reptilian cult that is inside the Earth. So what takes place is, and if you guys watch the movie Midnight Meat Train, I talk about this all the time. They tell you, and they have a whole bunch of Anunnaki symbolism in there. They tell you that the reason why people go missing and stuff like that is because they're feeding the beings inside the Earth so that they don't come up from inner Earth, and so they technically act as a balance to pretty much the Earth, to everything. So the inner Earth societies, what really rules this realm and this dimension is what's inside the Earth, and the beings that are in the certain constellations that have been taken over from our ancestors out off the Earth. So a large number of the wars that we are experiencing, among races and stuff, they're actually just fueled. When they go to war, and they cause mass genocide, that's to feed the gods below. That's to feed, the dragon or whatever.
Right, I was gonna ask you about that, the Kundalini. Okay, so the steps we can take to bridge those gaps. What do you think some of those would be to bridge those gaps?
Say that again, brother?
The steps that we can take to bridge those gaps. What do you think that?
I think the steps that we can take is knowing our past and deciding what we want to do with our future. A lot of us have some ancient codes in us that are stuck, and we need to learn how to transmute those things. The fights that we have that between melanated people and, I guess, Euro-melanated people, because we all have melanin or whatever,
Right.
or when people would say black or white
Dominant.
people, that stems from something that is far off of our Earth. And a lot of the DNA codes activate. It's kind of like somebody who was raised in a racist household.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know anything better than that. And if anything, it's kind of like it's stuck in them to do that. We got to learn how to transcend those things. But first, we got to learn ourselves. We got to know our futures. We got to know our past. We got to know who we've been and where we're going to go. And, it's going to take a united movement right now. A lot of us aren't even servicing or letting it be known that, okay, we are star seeds, we are these beings that we might just look human, but we're not. And we come here to unite, but at the same time, humanity as a whole has to realize that this is an illusion. And we're honestly on borrowed time.
So
because the next step of human evolution is coming. The next wave of children, they won't be able to process in this dimension. Some people might look at them as autistic. Some people might look at them as all these other things. But really, these are the ancient souls of the ancestors that were first here on the earth. So they don't have the ability to interact in this reality as they do.
Right.
I
can see that.
Mind and a higher cognitive function or whatever, your body tends to lack the ability to do physical things because your mind is connected to like a higher realm. So I feel that the next wave of children will definitely be able to do it because it's in their DNA not to care about none of that. It's in their DNA. Love is in the next generation's DNA, and it's going to be freaking amazing.
So okay, I mean, all right, look. What I want to ask you, bro, me personally, I don't know how much you watch my videos, but I always make it in a point.
I watch your videos all the time. I've been on Facebook lately, but I've been keeping you for a while.
Oh, good looks, bro. Fucking, what I am, I'm part angel, I'm part vampire. My son's mother she's a clusterfuck. That's what she's part mermaid, part vampire. She has a lot of shit going on. So our son he's autistic. He doesn't speak that well at all. So he just, when he talks, he pretty much makes up his own fucking language. Honestly, he can say what he wants to say, but if there's too many ideas going on in his mind, he just goes blah 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 blah, no, blah blah blah. That's what he does. But he's very powerful. He's like me. When I was born, I wasn't in my body until I was about 3 years old. I astral projected and watched my own family and my own surroundings until my third birthday. That was my probably fifth memory. But at the same
That's wild.
time, yeah, he did that same thing. He was floating around until I think until he was probably 1.5. He wasn't his soul wasn't in his body until he was about 1.5. When
Yeah,
I
because it takes a lot to try to condense your high ass vibration into a human body, and that's why I want to. When we're done, I want to go into the poem that I had wrote that talks a little bit about that. But yeah, it's hard for us to condense, and a lot of us who are like this, it's hard for us really to function in reality. You know, but they make
yeah,
diagnoses of all these diseases and stuff, and it's like, no, I just have a different DNA structure than you, and nobody's going to be able to understand that. You know.
right. So the comment I wanted to make is he can do third grade math and he's only 3 because they have something where it's like it's some innovative algebra thing where they put colors with shapes and red is 3 and blue is 4, so they do the triangles and I don't know, but apparently he can do third grade math and he's only 3. My question is, when do you should somebody look specifically for a partner that aligns with them spiritually as far as their extraterrestrial ancestry? Like how can you
Um,
link that up? A vampire angel person like myself with a mermaid vampire, and she's a maid vampire. She read the Ardetta
yeah.
and whatever the fuck she did. So is there some kind of alignment? Like people always ask me, okay, does Aries go with Cancer? Does Capricorn go with
To
this? I'm
be
like, I
honest,
don't fucking
it's
know.
if this time around, you kind of have a choice that you don't, because the past, present, and future are all becoming one. We're going to experience a singularity very soon. We are technically the singularity, among many singularities that they're trying to impose on us. But it's kind of already set in stone. Who you were with in the past lifetimes as an extraterrestrial or Anunnaki, that's probably who you're going to encounter this lifetime. It's up to you guys to decide, all right, are we going to move past some of the pacts and contracts that we made? Are we going to unite? Or are we going to fall? Are we going to do these things? Because, I'm a firm believer in twin souls and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of heavy things that deal with that. So it's really up to you. At the end of the day, a lot of us are chosen to weave our own destiny. And if you want a compatible, mate like that, then that's up to you. But I'm pretty sure, from what I experienced, I think that it's really no choice. You're kind of guided into some of these situations, and it's up to you to how to act accordingly to it. And if it's the will of the universe, then so be it. But a lot of people I talk to have autistic children, and if you notice, they when they don't speak, if you're telepathic or anybody, you'll actually be
They're
able to hear
they're crazy.
their
Yeah,
thoughts.
they
They'll
do
project
it.
their thoughts to you.
Hell yeah, bro. When I was in jail, that's how I knew my girl was pregnant because I started hallucinating out of nowhere, and I looked to my right, and I saw my. Well, I didn't know he was my son at the time, but I saw him riding a bike in a circle, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I thought I was tripping. I was like, "This jail fool got me." But that was my son. I came home 3 days later, and she said, "Yo, look, I'm pregnant." I was like, "God damn, I knew it. I knew it." And then what's crazy about it, as soon as the third time I interacted with her, I knew like that was gonna be the mother of my child. But
That's beautiful, brother.
that is. So as far as these, I have people asking me to lift ancestral curses off of them. I have people asking me to contact their ancestors and do work with their ancestors when I don't have anything to do with them. So I mean, I do revenge spells, I do abundance spells, I do a lot of things for the people, but I like to contact their ancestors first. Do you recommend contacting people's ancestors?
Yeah, I mean, contacting people's ancestors. Here's the big thing about ancestral work and contacting ancestors, okay? So our ancestors are trapped in time.
Right.
As they were when they were alive, you know, same as when they're dead. You know, that's that fourth dimension. You know, everything is kind of, I would say, linear. So you have to be careful when you're working with your ancestors. Not all your ancestors have your best interest in mind.
Thank you.
And you have to be able to really be able to tap in and see what ancestors what, because, you know, not even saying that they can be bad. They just might have their tradition that they know when they were alive, and they try to stick you to that
exactly.
tradition.
They just don't fuck with you. They just don't fuck with you sometimes. I said they just don't fuck with you sometimes, and everybody thinks that your ancestors have your best interests at heart at all times. They don't.
No, they don't. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our ancestors be ancient. A lot of our ancestors practice black magic. A lot of our ancestors practice, you know, a lot of different things. And the one thing I hear, because I deal with a lot of practitioners and stuff like that, you know, a lot of practitioners come to me for stuff. And the one thing I always hear is, oh, they got me doing this, they got me doing that, they got me doing this. Y'all got to understand, I posted a lot of stuff about spiders. Because my brother in Lil he's depicted also as a spider. And he always talks about, and even the Bohemian Grove or whatever, they talk about this. Beware of the paths you make and the webs you weave. A lot of times, the generational curses and stuff, and the things that we deal with, a lot of children were offered up for that, especially in voodoo or Vodou or whatever. Children were selected from each house to actually be geared towards spirit possession. So a lot of our ancestors are in debt. You feel me?
Right.
They technically trying to sell you to get to, you know what I'm saying, to pay their debt. They see, you know, you doing ancestral work and you didn't pick up your ancestors' debt.
Right.
And now that deity or that being coming to collect you, it either going to come to collect you or it wants your vessel. So you guys got to be careful when it comes down to this, because you can get really sticky, bad situation. Next thing you know, you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to do all this magic with your ancestors, but really they are there, you know what I'm saying, playing the Isu role, tricking you.
Right. I mean, I put out a couple videos on how to work with the ancient ancestors. I mean, the human ones. I never really put too much thought in the extraterrestrial ancestors, which is why I'm glad I talked to you about this. But what I did was I bought some land on the astral, and you know, I put a lot of information, I put a lot of knowledge, I put a lot of abundance in that realm, and now I have land. And now I mean, you guys listen to this, when I have to do a ritual when it's daytime and I don't have the convenience of doing a night ritual at night, or when I don't have the convenience of doing a day ritual during the day, I just meditate on my astral temple in the ancestral realm. So the places that I have in Egypt, in Upper Egypt or Lower Egypt, wherever I fucking want to go at that time, I just meditate. I meditate on my purple candles or whatever I have. I have an altar on that other side, because the ancestors, you know, that's what I do. If it's I mean, I do that if it's a full moon, for example. If it's a full moon, I do my full moon ritual during the night here and there, because Egypt is about 7 hours before me, because I'm Central Time. So Egypt is about 7 hours. So I do my shit there, and I get off work and I do my shit here. Like it's very simple. So I do 2, 3 rituals, 4, 5, 6 rituals at the same time, and it's nothing. But it doesn't even take that much money. I probably bought that for like what, $300. Nothing, burning a little incense. And then the ancestors value things at their value and not ours. So I bought a little 10-cent incense, and they valued that at $1. So I bought probably 30 of those, and that was $30. I pour out a beer. That's a 25-cent beer. They value that at $3? Or whatever I do. Right. Hell yeah. Or I make a song and I talk about the ancestors in a song.
So yeah, you definitely honoring your ancestors, bro.
Hell yeah. I got a track coming out. I want you to hop on that. It's called Ancestor Work. Put in the ancestor work. Hey, put in the ancestor work. Hey, put in the ancestor work. Hey, we put in the ancestor first.
I've been
Hey,
working on poetry because I can't really keep up to a beat.
I feel you. I feel you.
Well, man, thank you, bro, for the offer, definitely.
I feel you. Shit, I make beats. So we can but that's only been 25 minutes.
Man, I can go all day, bro. Ask me any questions you want. I'm open.
Shit, just spit it, whatever you got, man.
Man,
I had a whole bunch of questions, but you took it all out.
well, man,
I didn't even know what you was
I got a
on.
little bit more time.
I didn't even know what you was on, bro. I thought I was going, hey, let me ask you this. Let me ask you. Nah, and that's a good thing, bro. That's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
Well,
whatever you want to talk about, bro.
let's see. Ancestral work.
Ancestor work, I got shit. I mean, as far as the angels, I don't even know. All they told me was
Angels.
wait, hold. All they told me was my species doesn't exist anymore. That's all they told me.
No, yeah, we don't. I mean, you know, that's why we did it here. But
Oh, word.
that's not for everybody, you feel me? Because on the astral
Shit.
realm, your information is your currency. You can't
Right.
go around telling everybody information and currency. So when you get a chance, we'll wake up and actually do that. But I want to kind of expand on angels a bit and some of these higher beings. An angel, right? If you guys understand break down the etymology of angel, you get on. Right? If you guys look at ancient Sumerian, the god that everyone worships that they call the Most High or whatever, that's called On.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Most High mountain. And if you guys ever go
That's
to
my
Astral
name.
Realm or whatever, if you can tap into that, you'll be able to kind of find some of those things out. But Gaul, so Gaul means big. On is pretty much like God. So when you get the servants of On are on Gauls or on Jaws or angles, the angles of light. So when you say you're an angel, really you're just kind of like an extraterrestrial being, just from a higher realm.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I also want to ask you, how did you find out you were like part vampire?
Because my son's mother's a fucking maid vampire, and I kept telling her about my abilities, and she was like, "What? Oh, you're natural." And I was, "What the fuck?" And she told me, I can copy people's abilities. I can do people's accents. I can feed pretty easily. I can blink, which means time skipping while visualizing the end result. So I don't really have to experience time like that. I heal pretty fast. I really only have to sleep like 4 hours a day. I don't have to eat. Um, when I see blood, I get a specific sensation that I don't like to talk about, honestly.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Shit like that. But and then I saw my own shit. And then I meditated because I'm a child of Alset. So Alset told me, we made you when there was, we needed you, and your soul chose to attach yourself to the vampire. I mean, to the angel. So really, I mean, I usually don't talk about this shit, but at that time, there was a scarcity. This is when they were killing well, not killing, I don't want to say that. This is when they were recreating all the angels at this time. At the time when I was made, there was 13 different angels. Now there's only 7. So what they were doing was they talked to my soul. Well, they talked to me and they said, "Look, bro, this angel was doing some fucked up ass shit. So we need somebody to regulate this person because we don't think this angel is all that bad, but he's lost." And I at some point said, "Look, I'm going to take this angel and attach him to me to teach him how to how to have empathy and all these things." So my vampire self took the angel and attached it to me. So it's kind of like I have a battery pack. So I'm not really. When I say I'm an angel, I have an angel's aura.
Yeah,
I have an angel's aura. I have. I don't like to tell. Which I probably shouldn't. Whatever. But I'm not fully anything.
yeah.
If anything, so
Yeah, it sounds like you probably have like a dualistic soul.
yeah, Michael
Because there's
too.
people
Michael
who
two's
actually
my
have soul
guardian.
dualism, where you actually could have more than one soul.
Yeah, yeah. Michael two, the neutral Michael, because you know there's Michael and there's Michael two, which is the fallen angel version of Michael, and there's the demon
Yeah.
version of Michael, which is Michael three. My guardian is Michael two, and then my mother
Yeah.
is all set, and then I got a lot of shit going
Okay.
on, bro. But it's not too much. It's not like my
You got a lot. You
yeah.
didn't even get to the extraterrestrial part.
I don't even know about that at all. I didn't even research that. Nothing.
I mean, from looking at you, I would say you're probably from Sirius. That's probably why you connect heavily to the pyramids in Egypt. And
Mm-hmm.
you dream about pyramids a lot, and I guess I mean vampires can kind of fall in line with like reptilians, like reptilian classes or whatever. If anybody looks into the history of what is it? Not I said it's is it I said it's I forgot her name.
Second or my or
No, it's not Sockman. Sockman is like Lyran DNA. It's the story where it talks pretty much like the story of Blade comes from Khufu and like the first dynasty of Nubia or whatever. And I have like a whole little story about freaking reptilians and how we got integrated with the vampire species and stuff like that. But I'm trying to remember her name. What was it? They modeled her in after Aaliyah after her and freaking Queen of the Dam. I kind of want to look it up. What is it? Her name is
never.
I think it's Asetka. I think they call her Asetka or something like that. But pretty much like from my experience, I actually had an experience where I knew a hybrid reptilian, vampire. Like he was like this guy's eyes would move like a viper when you talk to him. Like like he was really like his dad was from like inner Earth. Like I've actually met inner Earth humans and stuff like that.
Like young Pharaoh. That nigga's reptilian.
He had came to my house. We ended up getting into like some journeys and stuff together, and my ancestor caught on to him, and somehow he ended up getting locked inside my bathroom. The long story short, me and him are crazy boys. So I've met like people who are like that. So it's definitely a deep science to the vampirism and things like that. I usually don't call myself like an energy vampire. I'm more like an energy viper.
Right.
Because I resonate deeply with like the snakes and the reptilians and stuff like that.
I feel you, man. What do you think about what's your boy's name, bro? I know you know him. Lord Okidiosai. What do you think about him? Lord Okidiosai?
Yeah, I don't think I know him.
Ah, you know, bro. You know him, bro. He's from LA. You never heard of Dark Lord Okidiosai? 13 Cosmic Law.
Nope.
Bro, you will fuck with his shit. You will fuck with him, bro. His shit goes hard, bro. That's one of the reasons, bro. I'll send you a link. He goes hard as fuck. If you heard of Ram Hotep? What? You on some nut shit, bro? You on some nut shit, bro? Both of them, man. I've been studying them for like what? Probably 10 years. I'm only 28. Yeah, I've been studying them for probably like since I was 19.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out, man. Yeah, I usually be staying in my own little bubble and stuff, So I've definitely been like trying to reach and link up with certain people and stuff. Definitely, it's an honor to link up with you, bro. But yeah,
Thank
I don't
you.
really
You too.
like studying a lot of people. Like people I check out with like Dr. Dilbert Blair and stuff like that. And a lot of the information I got on my own being as the incarnate that I am.
Channeling, yeah.
I came looking for the information in this reality to confirm the information that I had experienced or I remembered. So a lot of the stuff that I ended up finding was like Dr. Dilbert Blair, a little bit of Malachi Zor and stuff like that, because it was confirming, some of the experiences that me and I guess my soul group were having, because we take shamanic journeys, we take psychedelic journeys where we actually go out and actually, go into, these dimensions and stuff like that, go into these different realms. We actually go meet our ancestors. One of the services I offer is the Starseed journey, where you get to meet your extraterrestrial ancestors and stuff like that, and then get to become a part of your life and stuff like that. So
that's another thing I wanted to ask you. Like, is this teachable? Do you think you could be a teacher as far as your abilities? Because I met people who told me that they didn't have, it's not that they didn't have the ability to teach, but it was just so natural to them that they wouldn't really know how to,
I actually do teach. I have science. It's called New Waku. It's the science of soulology and lifeology. Is where we deal with the science of your soul and transcending different lifetimes and stuff like that. I used to pump it out a lot, but nobody really caught on to it because I felt kind of like the head of its time. So I got to put that in a certain place until I'm in a position to actually bring out the science, or at least human consciousness is raised enough to understand the science of soulology, where you're dealing with your lifetimes, your DNA, your extraterrestrial self, and all these different things. You're using that soul, and also it teaches our extraterrestrial ancestral history. Also, if y'all want to check out, I have a video on YouTube. It's called Ether Wars. I had a whole series where it talks about, the breakdown of the different celestial families and stuff like that. I even go deeper than York and Extension and stuff like that. I break down a lot of stuff that only, I guess, a real Anunnaki incarnate would know. But yeah, it talks about Ether Wars. It talks about, the division of all the stuff that we're pretty much talking about.
mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it's called New Waku, the science of the soul. And I'm waiting. I'm preparing to actually bring it out. But I just want to make a couple different moves before I bring out this science that I have, because I actually do teach a lot. I've been trying to teach people a lot. It's just, once the masses is ready, when the students are ready, that's when the teacher will appear.
Bro, I mean, my philosophy is way different, bro. I mean, the homie Kayla, I told her from the jump, they're not gonna fuck with this. So let's make them fuck with this so they can copy that shit and fuck it up so we can return and be, because who I work with and what I work with, I mean, that's I don't like to talk about it, but shit, I'm opening portals. So whatever portals I open, you're supposed to replicate that. Not you personally, but they're gonna replicate that. They're gonna fuck with it. They're gonna create a dab. They're gonna double dab. They're gonna triple dab. Do whatever it's gonna change. There's gonna be creativity applied to the messages. So that's my message to you. If you created the dab, there's gonna be a double dab. There's gonna be a leg dab or whatever the fuck, sun dab, moon dab. The whole point. I mean, if you don't put it out, anything's gonna happen any day. So you putting it out, that's just gonna put the wave into motion, and it's gonna come back.
Because I can see my movement being kind of like Dr. Gilbert Blair's.
It's a movement, exactly how you said.
But on a higher, I would say for my personal thing, on a higher level, because I'm gonna go deep into stuff, and I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I got to be very particular, because remember, information is currency on planes. So if it's not a specific time frame or whatever, then I will put it out there. But at the same time, it's still getting crafted and perfected throughout the journey. So it's something that I know that will come out at some point. But I just feel like, when it's ready, because I would love for people to take on to it. But at the same time, it's a science that is heavy and complex at the same time.
I feel you. I feel that, man. Yeah. I mean, if you saw my the Egyptian numerology readings, I didn't want to put those out, and nobody wants to. And I felt Kayla when she didn't want to put those out, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, we can keep that under the hat at that time. But yeah. That definitely needs to be. That needs to be announced at some point. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about myself. I'm thinking out loud.
Yeah, so before I go, I definitely want to kick this
Yeah, kick that.
this I guess we'll say this spoken word about just this was something I posted earlier today, and I think it was made kind of for this situation, for this right here. So let me go ahead and find it, and let's see if I can kick that for you guys.
Do me a what? My bad, bro. How do you pronounce? How do you pronounce your name again? Prince
Prince
Iya. All right,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
EA.
Like
Iya.
most people call me Prince, but it's kind of like you're chilling, and then I'm that one high friend. They be like, "Hey, bro, you want something to eat?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me see if I can find it real quick.
You could tell I'm hungry. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 second, it's just loading. Okay, here we go. All right. Do you not know the ways of the earth? I know you have fallen far, my star. How thou hast fallen to the earth, to the dirt, lost into a realm that we created, but not knowing in the vessel that we make it. Yet we not know how to operate in. For humans, we are not. You're just sadly mistaken. While on our operation to raise the planet's vibration, they say we liberate our creations. Catching me coasting beyond the veil, I'm mutating. Catching a vibe from inside, now we levitating. While we elevate the consciousness of the masses, they're just trying to harvest our DNA and put it in glasses. They say Planet X ain't in the sky no more. With this X in my DNA, got me seeing Planet X more and more. Because we was designed to see it. They ain't gotta believe it. You just gotta open all 4 eyes to see it.
That was heavy, bro. That was nice.
Thank you.
That was
And
nice.
I also talk about opening up your 4th eye, a lot of different stuff that people haven't really caught on to. And a lot of the reason why I don't put out a lot of stuff is a lot of people they'll see it, and it's okay, if, what is it? Imitation is a high form of flattery, but I was one of the first people to come out and start talking about the 4th eye. Nobody gave credit to where credit was due. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped talking about a lot of these things because people will go in and get these processes and take it and flip it to their own thing, and they're not getting the source code of it, the real thing. So it loses its potency when it's not coming from the source, or the source is not getting fed equal energy or equal exchange. So that's why I took a lot of that stuff out. But I do be talking about, your 4th eye. You got more than just your 3rd eye. You got more than, each star seed race has their contribution to humanity and to the earth. So the 7 chakras, that comes from the 7 stars in Pleiades. The 14 chakras, or the 13 chakras, that comes from Draco system. The first 6 chakras come from, Sirius. The first lower 3 chakras, they come from Lyra. So we're all a collective of beings that come here. We may look human, but we're not. So there's going to be a time that comes where, the whole X-Men or thing and all that stuff is going to happen. That's why they keep pacifying us. That's why they kill Nipsey Hussle. That's why they're killing a lot of us, because they know that they can't stop that time. They want you to forget that planet is behind the sun, and that planet is here. It's been here since 2015. So, and they just keep us distracted by it. So that's the main thing I like to talk about is that.
So I really want to ask you one more question, and then we could, because I'm flowing, bro. So how do you what would be an indication that the people are talking to you? Oh, well, it's kind of it's a two-part question. What would be an indication that the people are talking to you and that you should not be fucking with somebody that is not on your side as far as the ancestor part?
That can get tricky because I've been in situations where I'm trying to bridge that gap, with other people, that were on the opposite side of, I guess, my extraterrestrial ancestry. So, they call it in the Bible it says that the heavens suffered violence, and the violence taken by force. There's a war in the heavens. The heavens, right, is just above us. So if you ever look at the stars at night where there's no city, there's no nothing, and you just look, you'll see that the stars are also doing a dance, but they're also battling. Orion is locked in an eternal war with Aldebaran. They've been fighting since the beginning of existence. Since the creation of our universe. So you gotta know what you're dealing with, because certain codes inside other people just might activate you might activate the wrong code inside somebody. Now somebody that was your friend might be your mortal enemy, and you don't even know why. Or something, or you ever meet somebody and just right off the bat.
You just want to fucking hurt them for no reason? Hell yeah, bro. You just want to fucking slap somebody? Hell yeah.
Everybody's not understanding when they started opening the tunnels in Switzerland and doing the Mandela effect and using the particle accelerator. Our universe has been destroyed several times by particle accelerators. This is not, new science. You know what I'm saying? This is science that we've been had, and it just fell when it came down with us. So when they start opening these portals and causing this destruction and stuff like that, they're causing rips and tears in our reality. And at the same time, they're synchronizing everything into one. Everything is becoming one now. And what was the past is the present, is the future. It's all one. And if you go into ancient Sumerian or Anunnaki information, you find out about the Tablet of Destinies. The Tablet of Destiny is what our destination. Everything that was set in stone before we incarnated at any point in time. It's like the controller of the universe. It's like the Thanos gauntlet. He who has the tablets controls the universe. So, and everyone's destinations. So there's a lot of wars going on. There's a lot of peace trying to be made at the same time, but there's different factions that are at war, and you got to know who you're dealing with. You got to be able to see that, because I've had friends who were like my family, and that DNA activated it. Now we're not even friends no more. So you got to be careful. You got to know who you're dealing with. You got to be careful who you share your information with, because your information is your currency, it's your energy, it's everything. So when you share information, you got to be careful, because, we live multiple lives at once. Just as I'm talking to you right now, I'm talking to you in another realm. At the same exact time.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and then at the same time, I'm talking to you in 15 other realms, because all is one. We come to a singularity, to a point of singularity. Once you enter these consciousness raised enough to be able to realize that, we'll start to deteriorate this false reality. This reality will dissipate itself, or will phase out of this reality, like the Mayans and stuff like that. Well, the Mayans actually got harvested, which is another thing. Human harvesting, that's when they take you off the earth and stuff like that. A lot of big civilizations that were that just seemingly just all disappeared, they were taken off the earth. So you gotta know who you're dealing with. You gotta know what's what. You gotta know, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the information now is Pleiadian based. It comes from the Aldebarans. A lot of the information about the Anunnaki is completely false. Everything that you probably have right now is pretty much like watered down, and they don't want certain genetics to wake up and realize that they are the gods. Because then what happens when Rudra wakes up, or what happens when Shiva wakes up? Destruction happens.
Exactly.
Chaos happens.
Yeah, we got it.
What is chaos? Chaos is consistent change. It's consistent.
Chaos is life.
Everything above us is chaos.
Chaos is the most important thing in life. Chaos is a woman's body. That's the most. Oh, I said chaos is a woman's body. Just like they say life is bitch. Life is a bitch. Karma's a bitch. Yeah. I said chaos is a woman's body. That hourglass. That hourglass. But what we're going to do is we're going to end this, guys. I'm going to keep talking to Prince. Say your name again, bro. Yeah.
Prince Ia, or people just call me Prince or whatever. Yeah, man.
And drop your Instagram.
Y'all check me out on my page, Extraterrestrial Witch Doctor, Prince Ia. Hold on. Prince Ia, yeah, check me out, y'all.
You already came on W. It's Aaron Moses and Prince. Yeah. That's how we do it.
Thanks for having me on, brother. Thanks for letting me get my message out.
Man, thank you. You put me on a lot of
Thank you. I'm definitely gonna have to when I get back
everything.
on Facebook because I'm gonna take my break studying and stuff, perfecting this craft, and basically, when I get back on, bro, you know, I would love to have you on my show.
Oh, all day, man. Thanks.
All right, brother. Peace.
Wait, I'm gonna hit you back. I mean, I'm gonna talk to you after I end this shit real quick.
Oh yeah, hit me up.
All right.
All right, peace.
This nigga actually hung up. What the fuck? I was so young. That's what happens.